Trump said that the Declaration of Independence meant unity. Unity is the opposite of independence. How did Trump find the one time that unity and love is the wrong answer? What makes this even more sad is that the Declaration of Independence is basically the colonies filing for divorce. It's the one thing Trump should absolutely recognize.
Trump thought it would be another easy fight with a late-night comedian, but Desi Lydic had something much bigger planned. She walked onto the stage and immediately focused on a pattern that has followed Trump for years. It wasn't about one controversy, one speech, or one social media post. It was about how every story somehow ends up revolving around him. Desi started by showing a series of clips that looked unrelated at first: Trump's attacks on wind energy, his public feuds with critics, his celebration when media personalities lost their jobs, and the viral AI-generated image showing him wearing a king's crown. The audience laughed, but the laughter quickly turned into disbelief because the more clips they saw, the more obvious the pattern became. Desi looked at the camera and said, "Millions of Americans marched under the slogan, 'No Kings.'" And Trump's response was to post himself as a king. That's not misunderstanding the message. That's personally signing for it. The audience erupted. She explained that politicians are criticized every day.
Ron, Trump's obviously got more important things to worry about than some silly windmills.
During a global energy crisis and his war in Iran, the Trump administration is paying a French energy company nearly $1 billion of U.S. taxpayer money to cancel its plans to build 2 offshore wind farms.
How could you do that?
But most leaders understand that criticism comes with the job. Trump, however, seems unable to separate criticism from a personal attack. Every joke becomes an insult. Every disagreement becomes a feud. Every critic becomes an enemy. Desi joked, "Most presidents spend their mornings reading intelligence briefings. Trump spends his mornings reading comment sections like they're classified documents." The crowd roared. Then she shifted to what she called Trump's real dark secret. Not a hidden file, not a secret recording, not a leaked document. A habit, a pattern that has played out in public for years. Trump constantly presents himself as strong, powerful, and untouchable. Yet he repeatedly reacts to people he claims are unimportant. He says comedians don't matter, but he talks about them constantly. He says negative coverage doesn't bother him, yet he responds to it immediately. He says critics are irrelevant, but somehow they become the center of his attention. Desi smiled and said, "The people Trump claims not to care about somehow occupy most of his schedule." The audience exploded again. Then she turned to the AI king image that had dominated headlines. Desi argued that the image revealed more than Trump intended. Strong leaders don't need to imagine themselves as kings because they already understand the limits of power. Secure leaders don't need constant reminders of their own greatness. But Trump keeps returning to the same image over and over again. The strong man, the winner, the hero, the king. Desi pointed at the screen and said, "When somebody keeps telling you they're powerful, they're
Donald, tell us what the Declaration of Independence is. And remember, this is the document in which we declared independence.
Of course, you have the Declaration of Independence.
What does it mean to you?
Well, it means exactly what it says. It's a declaration. It's a declaration of unity and love and respect. And it means a lot. And it's something very special to...
Usually trying to convince themselves first. The audience applauded loudly. She then moved to Trump's reaction toward critics and media figures. Desi pointed out that strong leaders don't celebrate when people lose their jobs. They don't treat personal grudges like national victories. Yet Trump often reacts as if
Gonna come.
No, stop it! Stop it! Not that. But let's be fair, serving in Trump's cabinet isn't just photo ops at the White House. They also do photo ops out in the field. Although with Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem, this was less like a photo op and more like a photo, whoa, watch where you point that.
Feeding a comedian is a greater accomplishment than solving actual problems. She explained that the issue isn't whether Trump likes comedians. The issue is why comedians bother him so much in the first place. Criticism can be debated. Investigations can be challenged. Headlines can be dismissed. But laughter is different. Laughter shrinks the image. It removes the performance. It turns the powerful figure into an ordinary person standing in the spotlight. Desi delivered one of her strongest lines of the night. Trump doesn't fear criticism nearly as much as he fears